Hi everyone and welcome back to Brian's Horror Corner. Or welcome if you're new to my channel. Glad to have you here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my other great horror content. But today we're going to talk about um, a horror convention that I attended over the weekend. Now, I didn't make mention of this. I didn't put anything out there on my channel that I was attending one as I have in the past. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to bring it up on my channel, but I decided I wanted to. I wanted to talk about my experience overall and show you the items that I got and the autographs I got and things of that nature. So, excuse me, I attended HorrorHound in Cincinnati, Ohio, over the weekend, the 13th through the 15th of September here. Um, and for the first time, I actually purchased a VIP pass. In the past, I've only gotten weekend passes. Some with early entry, some without. Of course, if you get the VIP pass, there's a lot of perks that come with it, including early entry. So, in other words, if the show starts for the general public at 5 o'clock Friday, I got in at 4. If it starts at 11 a.m. Saturday, I got in at 10. And then Sunday, there is no early entry. You all just get in at 11. So, just wanted to give you that little tidbit. But yeah, I'll start with the shirt that I got. This came as part of the VIP package here. Um, and then it shows the dates on the back and the location, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm not going to turn around to show you that, but you can see HorrorHound, Ohio. That came in this bag here, which all VIPs got. This bag full of goodies, basically. And the shirt was one of those items. I got that button here or clip here. I guess it's like a button that's got two little clips. I'm not sure when I'm ever going to wear that, but because HorrorHound Weekend's over, I guess I could wear it if I go in March. They're in March and September, August or September, and March, basically in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I know the next one's in March, so maybe I'll wear it then, because it doesn't have dates or anything on here. So, but that's a nice, cool little item that I got. It's part of the VIP package here. Um, and then I don't think I'm trying to see if I got anything else in this bag I can show you. I just got the VIP line cut pass. So basically, for HorrorHound, you're allowed two line cut passes or two line cuts for guest autographs. Now I didn't use any because it only first of all it only talked about 5 people that you can get a line cut for, and there's only one of the 5 on the back here, which you'll know which one it is shortly. That I was interested in, frankly. So I never ended up using it, but it is a nice perk for a VIP purchaser. Although I always feel a little bit weird about it because going to the front of the line when the line is for some of these people, it's like to the back of it goes all the way through what do you call it? The zigzagging ropes that they have up, if you will. I always feel kind of weird being allowed up to the front in front of all these people that are waiting, but at the same time, I kind of get over it when the fact that VIP purchasers spend over $100 more than a weekend pass holder, or a lot more than that for a daily one. So it's kind of a balancing act. I feel not embarrassed by it or anything like that because I paid the money, but it's just kind of I can only imagine people are looking at people that do that like with their nose in the air, basically. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't do it at this convention, so it really doesn't matter. And then this bag here's got the HorrorHound logo on it, so it's kind of a nice thing. So this all came as part of the VIP package there that I wanted to show. Let's see. I think. And then this I also got the laminate for VIP passes here. You can see it's got some the starting times each day and things of that nature. When the show begins and when it ends each day. But so I wore this each day to let let the volunteers know I was VIP. So those are just some things that I'm keeping. You might say, why did I get VIP this time? Well, you're going to find out shortly here. There was one specific reason for one specific person. And you'll see that shortly. But first, I'm going to show you some things that I purchased here, and then we'll get into the autographs that I got and the reason for the VIP. So I just wanted to kind of show you some of the perks of the VIP. There are other things too, like you got to sit in the front for Q&As and things like that, like the second or third row. The first row was for Platinum, which is one step above VIP, which there was no way that was happening. That was like $1,200 a person. Now, it did include hotel stay at a very nice hotel. I think it was the Hyatt for 2 nights. So I mean, but still, I'm not pulling $1,200 out of thin air for that. My regular VIP was considerably less than that, although still kind of expensive. But so there was that perk, as well as there was like an after hours concert that I did not really go to. Frankly, because I was just too damn tired, frankly, and I did attend a film festival that night instead. But anyway, with all that being said, let me show you some of the things I purchased here. So I got another poster to add to my Monster Club one from a few horror cons ago, from one of the best movies all time, of course, The Shining. I had to get that one, so that's very nice. And then I got 2 other ones. They were 3 for $20, I think, or $25. Of course, I got the best horror anthology of all time here, Trick or Treat, with Halloween coming up, very appropriate. Because I kind of look at it as not only does it represent the movie Trick or Treat, but also the holiday. So that can be used twice. And then the final one I got, I was kind of looking for John Carpenter's The Thing, but they didn't have any of those. So I went to the second best John Carpenter movie third best John Carpenter movie for my money after The Thing and Halloween. And that's Christine. You got a nice picture of Christine here. So yeah, 3 really nice posters for movies that I'm absolutely crazy about. Oh, and then another perk of the VIP package for HorrorHound was I got this HorrorHound magazine here, 20 years. And this specific magazine's talking all about slashers, the history of the slasher genre. So I kind of browsed it a little bit, but I'm excited to sit down and actually read it because, of course, slashers are awesome. So I'm interested to read about the history of slashers, pre-80s and since the 80s, basically. So yeah, that's another perk of the... I mean, I will say the VIP pass, as expensive as it is, at least for HorrorHound, I can't speak to any of the other conventions out there. You do get a lot of perks with it. I'll give you that. So if it is something you can pull off, I wouldn't discourage anybody. It really depends on, like, if you were in my situation where you really wanted to get an autograph from somebody that you weren't going to get an autograph from unless you had the VIP pass, and I'll get into that here shortly. But there were a lot of nice perks, some that I used, some that I didn't use. But either way, they gave us a lot of the a lot of the things they gave us as far as this bag goes that I showed you earlier. Very nice. Very nice. The magazine, they gave us a DVD that I'll show you shortly, or a Blu-ray, I should say, of a movie. The pin, the shirt. They let you know that you're VIP. They let you know that your shit doesn't stink quite as badly as others. No, just kidding. But anyway, I think I'll show you the movies that I got that I really don't have room for. But then I'll show you the autographs that I got. So first thing I'll show you is the movie that was part of that bag, that VIP bag. And that movie is Stakeland, which I really don't know much about. The most dangerous thing is to be alive. That's the hashtag. So, it's got to be good. And it includes 7 short film prequels, too. So that'll be interesting. But, yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see that in the back there. The lighting sucks in here, I know. But, so yeah, Stakeland on Blu-ray. Have to check that out. That one, like I said, that was given to me, so I didn't pay for it. And then I got a really good deal on 5 different movies movies here. I think I got 5 for $10 here. So I got The Reaping with Hilary Swank on Blu-ray here. Don't know much about it. A terrific thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. So hopefully it does. I got the sequel to a movie that I really enjoyed that I first time watched this year. As part of my 1980s horror series for 1980, the original Alligator. I got the sequel, Alligator 2, which I know from all intents and purposes isn't as good, but still, when I saw it there on DVD, I figured I'd snatch it up as part of this deal. I got Ready or Not, a killer game of hide and seek. A bride's wedding night takes a sinister turn when her eccentric new in-laws force her to take part in a terrifying game. Haven't seen this, don't know much about it, but I'm excited to check it out. Then I got Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund from 1989. This is a movie I've kind of been targeting because I'm a big Robert Englund fan, obviously. So I'm interested in checking that out. And then I got Bubba Hotep with Bruce Campbell here. It's got the slipcover too. Don't know much about this other than it's like I know it has to do with the king versus the king of the dead. So that'll be an interesting watch. So those 5 movies. And then I got, let's see, I got 3 other ones here. This one I bought separately from, I think it was from, who the hell did I get this from? Scream Team Releasing? No. I can't remember. It was a separate table, but that's Cryptids with Joe Bob Briggs is about to do something monstrous. And the main story is absolutely perfect thanks to Joe Bob. And this is kind of an anthology movie, I guess, from what it sounds like. So obviously I was interested in checking it out. You give me anthology plus Joe Bob in the same movie and I'm in. So yeah, that's Cryptids. So interested in checking that out. And then the final 2 movies I got from the same table. One on Blu-ray, which is Dead Snow. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. There's a storm of scary fun to be had in this Splatterfest. So yeah, Dead Snow, especially as we get into winter here in the next few months. And then the last one I got's a documentary on The Shining, which is Room 237 here. Some of the reviews amazing, mind-blowing. So yeah, an amazing documentary about Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. It's a veritable Kubrickian Da Vinci Code. Having a hard time pronouncing that. In 1980, Stanley Kubrick released his masterpiece of modern horror, The Shining. Over 30 years later, we're still struggling to understand its hidden meanings. Rodney Archer's wry and provocative documentary Room 237 fuses fact and fiction through interviews with both fanatics and scholars, creating a kaleidoscopic deconstruction of Kubrick's still controversial classics. So yeah, definitely interested in checking that out. So yeah, 9 movies, which I don't have room for, but I'll make room. My collection's getting so big here. And now I'll finally talk about who I went to the show for, why I got the VIP, and the autographs that I got. So I got 3 autographs. 2 of them I got professional photo ops, which if you don't know what that is, instead of taking a selfie at their table, you basically show up to this photo op station at a certain time and location, and then they give you a ticket. They scan your QR code as far as who you purchased to take a picture with. So I did 2 of those while I was there. And I already had one from a previous con, which I'm going to show you first here. And it's why I got the VIP. I think you'll recognize this person. But then I got autographs on the other 2 that I got at this horror con. So first things first, the creme de la creme, Freddy Krueger. So I got this picture taken at the HorrorHound in Indianapolis a year ago in August of 2023, but of course I was only a weekend pass holder, so I couldn't have got a sniff of an autograph from Robert Englund. Believe me, I tried. But unless you're VIP, and this is the reason I got the VIP for this particular horror convention, because I absolutely wanted to meet this man, especially since he's 77 now. Although he's still doing well for being 77, but I'm just saying you don't know how long he's going to keep doing this for. So I wanted to take the opportunity since he was coming back to HorrorHound in Cincinnati this year. And so, as you can see, I got my autograph. Brian, welcome to prime time, bitch. Freddie, which of course is the quote that I wanted. There are a lot of other quotes that I could have gotten, but to me, that's the most iconic. It's my favorite of the entire franchise, and then obviously Robert Englund signed under that. So great autograph, a great experience because, like a lot of people have told me before, Robert Englund actually gives you the time of day when you get to the front of his line finally. The reason you have to be VIP is because they have virtual line queues. So in other words, they offer them to all the VIPs and Platinums in this case to show up at a certain time at the front of his line. A funny story. So mine was at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. So even before the general public, it was open till. But unfortunately, Robert missed his wake up call by the hotel that he was staying at. So he actually didn't show up till 11:30. So we really didn't. We were in line for an hour and a half without moving, and then I probably got his autograph about half an hour later, around noon or 10 after 12, something like that. So I knew I'd be waiting in line for it. But yeah, he overslept, I think, because he didn't get his call time, his wake-up call, which was kind of funny. He was apologetic, of course, but yeah, it was worth it. It's one of these people that there's only a few people he's one of a few people in the world that you'd actually wait half a day in line for, and I didn't wait nearly that long, of course, but I absolutely wanted this autograph, so I prepared myself. I was ready to stand. I had water, I had granola bars, I was going to do whatever it took to get this man's autograph and to talk to him, and that's the other part of it. I probably got to talk to him face to face, just me, for about 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, the guy is very generous with his time. I know that's frustrating to some people, mostly like the convention staff and probably his handlers, because they want to get as many people moved through the line as you can. But at the same time, and I kind of agree with this, when you're somebody that spent the money and the time, and Robert knows this, you stand in line so long for his autograph, he's going to give you the time of day, and not just the time of day, but he answered my questions. He talked to me, he gave me a great story about. Well, basically, I asked him what his favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film was, and it's Part 7, A New Nightmare, which I know he said in the documentary, Never Sleep Again, before, but he gave me an interesting story about John Saxon, and because he didn't really know John Saxon apparently as much until Part 7, even though they were in Parts 1 and 3 together. John Saxon really didn't work with him, didn't know him that well, so Robert went into a diatribe about all of John Saxon's experiences working with Elvis and Bruce Lee and everybody, and he was just blown away by it. So that was really cool to hear about. And I told him that we took this picture a year before, which I think turned out really well. It was just great. It was the best part of the weekend by far. I knew it would be. Like I said, it's why I wanted to go. It's why I paid the extra for the VIP. I got the photo with him, and I met the man. I shook his hand, talked to him for 3 to 5 minutes, and got his autograph with the quote that I wanted. No complaints whatsoever. Even, being in line for a couple of hours, even with the virtual queue, this was a case where I didn't care. I would have stood there for another 2 hours if I had to, although I'm glad I didn't have to. But anyway, that's that one. That's the big one. Robert Englund getting the signature, the autograph, and the time to talk to him. This is getting long. I'll show you the last two that'll go much faster. The other big one that I wanted, because this gentleman's even older than Robert Englund. He's 85 years old. And when I found out he was going to be there, the VIP purchase was even confirmed more. And this picture I actually got during the weekend. I got this Friday night, and then I got him to sign it Saturday afternoon. But if you don't recognize this man, of course, this is Tom Atkins. Probably one of the greatest horror icons from the 1980s specifically, but really just an icon in general. He signed it, Brian, stop it. Tom Atkins Chalice, who he played in Halloween 3. And I actually purchased this shirt. I didn't have it before. I purchased the shirt an hour before I took the photo with him, because I really didn't have any Tom Atkins movie shirts. I wanted a Night of the Creep shirt. More than anything, but they didn't have any there, so I got Halloween 3 and I got the autograph. You talk about a nice guy. Now I will say Tom Atkins is 85 years old. You can tell that his concentration and his hearing aren't quite up to snuff anymore, but hell, at 85 mine probably won't be either, as well most people's probably won't be. But I could tell he was a little hard of hearing. But very nice guy. Even when I went in for the picture, normally they don't say much to you. You get in, they snap the picture, you get out. He put his arm around me, asked me how I was doing. Same with when I got the autograph. I talked to him. I asked him about his favorite of all the movies he did in the 1980s, and he loves them all. He couldn't pick one. You can tell he's very down to earth and very appreciative of his fans that still talk about these movies and still sort of give him a platform, if you will, that they remember him and that they enjoy him so much. He's very very conciliatory about that. Very appreciative. And I actually met him on the way out too on Sunday. I happened to walk behind him, and he turned and saw me, and I said safe travels to him, which I had to repeat because he couldn't hear me, which is, again, it doesn't matter. But he shook my hand again. So yeah, Tom Atkins is awesome. Robert Englund and Tom Atkins those were two big icons that I absolutely were thrilled that I got both pictures and autographs with now. Because Tom Atkins, I mean, he's 85 years old, although he seems like he's in good health. But you just don't know. You don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do this. So definitely glad to get that one. And then while I was there, I got one more of a much younger person. And I don't know if you guys can all recognize who that is, based on the shirt that I'm wearing there. But that's Andy Matichak from not only the Halloween trilogy, the David Gordon Green trilogy, but also the movie Son, which I really enjoyed. That was on Shudder. I watched earlier this year. I don't know if it's still on Shudder. It might be, but she was phenomenal in that movie. Again, just a very, very down to earth, very sweet young lady. Obviously beautiful. I'm a big fan of Andy Matichak. I'm excited to see what she does going forward. And I told her as much. I asked her what, basically I told her how much I like Son, and I talked to her about what she's got coming up. And it sounds like she's doing some producing, but I'm going to keep my eye out for her. So, yeah, I took a really nice picture with her on Saturday afternoon, and then I got her autograph on Sunday. Brian, happy Halloween. Andy Matichak, a.k.a. Allison, there underneath. So, yeah, really sweet girl. This was only the second con she's done, I guess, I found out. So even though hopefully she'll do many more, I still wanted to take the opportunity to meet her, because I'm a big fan of hers as a young actress, and to get the picture with her. So those are the 3 autographs I did. I almost got a 4th one, but I didn't get a photo op with this person, and that's Melissa Barrera from the Scream movie, Scream 5 and Scream 6, as well as Abigail, which I actually did just purchase that movie. I don't have it yet, but I'm excited to check it out. She's also a new favorite young actress of mine, and I was this close. I actually got in line to see how much an autograph was with her, and it was Sunday, and I was kind of tapped out of money, and I decided... I think she'll be at future horror cons, I hope, and I'll definitely get a photo and an autograph with her in future ones. You kind of have to pick your spots when you go to horror conventions. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. I was going to say more, but I'm going on 25 minutes here. So thank you for watching this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a great experience overall. The weekend went fast, as I knew it would, but to get Robert Englund, Tom Atkins, and Andy Matichak, to get the VIP experience and package, it was all worth it. And it's about a 6-hour drive for me from where I live to Cincinnati, but it was worth it. I mean, I had no regrets. And like I said, I got to do a lot of Q&As for Andy Matichak, who did one individually Friday night. I saw Scream on Sunday. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street Sunday, which was great. Oh God, I did more. I can't think of them. Night of the Creeps on Friday. I did a couple Saturday. I think Abigail. No, not Abigail. Lisa Frankenstein, which is another movie that I just purchased because of the So yeah, I mean, I could go into a longer video, but I'm not going to because I'm at 25 minutes. So if you have any questions about anybody else that was there or anything else I did while I was there or the overall experience, please ask the questions and comment down below. Please like this video, hit the little notification bell, and subscribe to my channel, as I said, and if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my upcoming great horror content that I have coming out for you guys. But with that being said, like I said, ask any questions below, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, stay scared.